Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be doing a test for T1 Abyss, this time in a bit of a joke fit. We're going to be using a mining ship right here. The Prospect is a co-ops mining ship, and we're going to try to see if this can get through a T1 Abyss site. Now, this is a fit focusing on buffer tanked shields and using pulse lasers, and we're going to be using the MWD because these pulse lasers have pretty short range, so we're just going to try to get up close and personal and try to beat the abyssal entities with this Prospect. I tried Adventure a long time ago doing T1 sites. It did not end too well, but these are the T2 counterparts of the Venture, so I am expecting perhaps some slightly better results because T2 ships in general usually, keyword usually, are more robust than their Tech 1 counterparts. So we'll see how this goes. We're going to go in the T1 Electrics because we'll get capacitor bonus as well as reduced EM resistors will be good when we're using pulse lasers. The reason I went for pulse lasers is just because it's an overall good weapon type. Like, it's got decent range for DPS. It's not crazily short range. We've still got some range, but we've also got a very good balance between DPS. The main thing is that it uses a lot of capacitor as well as power grid, but we've actually got just enough power grid because I managed to slot in a power diagnostic system right here. Okay, let's get close to these attacker pacifiers. These guys hit hard, so it'll be a good test of tank, I think. Let's go in here. You could also do the same thing with an endurance, I think, because an endurance could use drones instead, and drones will do damage over time. Oh, taking so much damage. Oof, that's a lot of damage right there. Can we sort of keep range, maybe? We're able to pulse away, maybe? Can we pulse away? Take out this guy right here. Oof, taking a lot of damage. We are taking so much damage. These guys are going to absolutely annihilating us. We need to move. We need to move. Oof. We're getting slapped. Oh, no. No, please, no. No, I think this will be the end of us, perhaps. See, our shields are almost armor. We're a shield-based ship and we're losing armor now. That's not a good sign. Okay, we're going to have to move around them. Let's see. They don't seem to be able to hit us when we're at this range, so perhaps we could orbit 15 kilometers and we can sort of kite them. Depends how far their missiles are going to hit us. Oh, no, that was not good. Let's move. The problem is our range is... Oh, we got shattered right there. Goodbye, Prospect. Now for our pod. Great thing I swapped out implants, otherwise that would have been a big loss pair right there. Rest in peace, my character. Okay, you know what? We're going to try this with a different fit right here. We'll try the endurance because I made also an endurance fit for doing the similar task, and this has not got as much DPS as a Prospect would, but it's got the benefit of being able to use drones, and drones will be able to hit out further, and it's also a lot tankier because this ship gets a bonus to shield resists, and we're also able to fit in a lot of shield modules because we've got a lot of mid slots right here. So we'll test this out. Maybe it'll go better, maybe it'll go worse. Who knows? That's the thing I find quite interesting about testing out weird fits, these sites right here. Okay, let's go. Multi-fit. It's using pulse lasers like the Prospect did, but it's also got drones, and Acolyte drones in particular, because we're going to be also doing the electrical sites now. Downside here is that this ship has got really bad targeting range, so even though the drones are able to be controlled very far away, it's hard to lock on to stuff. But we can take advantage of like the drone auto aggression. I think that can hit out far, especially when I've got this drone link augmenter here. I think it might enable us to be able to have our drones work a little bit further away. I'm not sure if you have to be locked up, but I think it will enable auto aggression to work further range. So let's go in here. Endurance in the T1 Solo Abyss. It's quite cool scenery with the Kaldari Jita planet over there, or moon. Okay, strike grip. This should be very easy, unless our drones get obliterated by this guy, because he likes to eat our drones alive. Be alright. We orbit maybe 15 kilometers and have our drones take care of him. The second we see him switch target, we're going to have to recall our drones because he'll just one-shot them. And it's a bit boring. You just orbit him, and hope for the best, really. The main thing with this guy is that you don't want to get a wrecking shot, but that's not so likely to happen. Could orbit perhaps a little bit closer. We're orbiting 15, we can orbit 10 perhaps. Then we'll hit a bit more with our pulse laser. Aid a bit our drones. Oh no, we've lost a drone already. We've lost a drone already. No. 4 drones. That one almost got destroyed as well. Yeah, we're meeting some pretty horrible waves right now. Can we orbit closer? 7.5 perhaps? Maybe we can hit a bit more with our pulse laser? I was a bit slow there. The only thing that made me react was the explosion of my drone to recall them, otherwise I didn't notice him switch target. He must be very fast because just the second he switches target he's going to be hitting damage very quickly because he's got so good tracking. Even though we've got tiny little mosquito drones orbiting really close, he's able to hit. Up there we've got recall. No, lost another drone. This is not going to be a good time right here. Yeah, this is not going to be a good time. Using a mining ship to take on these abyss sites might not be the most smartest of ideas, but I think it's an interesting challenge to see if we can actually get through one at least. So here I think we will be able to take care of that pacifier wave pretty easily because I'll just keep range, deploy the drones, keep range. Pretty simple. And this is like a really one of the worst waves, to be honest, you can get for this sphere until I find the next worst wave, because he can just counter our drones straight away. Can maybe orbit even closer? I have a feeling that we might get popped. Recall, no. We've lost half our drone, 2 of our drones now, in fact. Oh my gosh, we lost 4 drones. We can use max 3 at a time. This is not looking too good. Now, if we don't die to the NPCs, we'll maybe die to the timer because we've got a lot fewer drones to do the work, or to downtime. That might save us because it's soon downtime. Next wave, see what we got here. And both the drones are quite busted up, like no armor left. Charybdis. Okay, Charybdis is pretty easy in T1. You just need to get a bit closer. And then it's an easy way. It's an easy road. Are there auto aggression right here? Yeah, their auto aggression worked straight away. 3.6 million, that's pretty good for T1. That's because of that fierce electrical filament we got right there. Look at our pathetic DPS, 72. Really low. But I think we can just about get by. If we're not too unlucky and we don't do any silly mistakes. There wasn't really much I could do about it for the rogue drone Valkyries over there, because just the second he locks on to our drones, even if I recall them the second it happens, there's just not enough time. The rogue drone Valkyries is too fast. Is he even losing any shield? Doesn't feel like his shield is budging. 4%. 4%. Staying at 4% for quite a while. Will you move, please? Oh, I should use my pulse laser. That's a good idea. And I can orbit 500. I think our DPS with just drones is very low. Yeah, only 40. Now this is not a great time right here. Very slowly getting through Charybdis Tyrannos. 80 DPS is nothing to brag about. But I think we'll probably get through this wave in just about in time. We'll see what the next wave is, but overall it's not been a smooth experience with this endurance right here, or the Prospect especially. Prospector straight up didn't have enough tank, and going in brawly style was not really a good strategy for something that had so little damage and so little tank. And especially up against the pacifiers, I would say that the pacifiers was an exceptionally horrible wave. They do so much damage up close. They got the rockets. So if we were up against, for example, Dynamics, it might have been a different case because they do a lot less damage than those pacifiers over there. So it was a bit of a bad start for both of these fits. First to the Rogue Drop Battlecruiser, then the pacifiers for the Endurance. But basic Punisher would do a lot better than this. Pretty horrible right here. So what could be changed here? I mean, we could do something such as go for an active tank. I think that's definitely a possibility. Get more shield HP per second. I do like the fact that we have a decent amount of buffer, like 8k buffer. And we do have also a pretty good shield regen per second. So, I mean, there are alternatives, but I like the way we went with a pretty big shield right here. Well, I should recall my drones because the cluster shutdown is just about to commence. But mining frigates in the Abyss. I did a test on a venture a long time ago. It did not end well. Now testing out the Tech 2 counterparts did not at all go well. It could obviously go better if we had a bit luckier waves, but in a bad wave it can definitely end badly for me. I was actually hoping it would do a bit better because I just saw the numbers of the amount of HP we had, but the range, the DPS is just, it wasn't cutting it. And just the overall bonus of the ship are not suited for the Abyss, and it's quite natural. It is a mining ship, but it was just for fun. That's enough for now. Seemed to be going alright in the end for the Endurance, but the Rogue Drop Battlecruisers really tear apart. Prospect gets torn apart by anything with this got close range, high DPS, especially like the pacifiers. And I think also the devoted hunter little frigates, the Santa frigates, they'll destroy the Prospect as well. Perhaps even Kikimoras too. I think actually Kikimoras might be a bit easier because it's got better resist profile towards Trigger Larvins, but stuff that does a bunch of EM damage, thermal damage, not going to be a good time for the Prospect. So, Tech 2 mining ships in the Abyss. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.